Hello everybody, welcome back to it. Today's video is part of a planner series that I'm doing where I am setting up my planners for 2023, and first up is my work planner. As always, don't forget to like and comment down below. It really helps support my channel so that way other people here on YouTube can see this video. So if you have been around on my channel for like the past year or so, this planner is no surprise to you. This is my work planner. It is in an A5 ring system, and I have a couple of different inserts, dividers, dashboards that make up this planner. And I honestly don't get a chance to show you all this planner a lot on my channel because it does have a lot of work sensitive material in it. But every once in a while, especially like when I'm swapping out the months, putting in some new inserts, this is the chance that I have to show you all what I actually put in here and then give you a little sneak peek of how I use it before I actually write anything in here. So this planner hasn't changed too much since 2021. Yeah, not too much. 2022 is pretty much the same. All I really did was swap out the months and the dailies that are in here, swapped out some dashboards, but again, for the most part, I kind of left everything the same, especially like what's going on over here in this side pocket. Even the cover has been the same. So that's why I'm like, maybe you guys already can tell what this is because the cover has been this one for the past year. So last year I did purchase this cover. It's from the Inspired Stories. It's a planner shop. It's actually located in the UK, and I discovered them when I was looking for another A5 ring agenda cover, and I really loved this screen, and I used it for like a month and a half last year. I'll link a video up here kind of describing what happened during like my Q3 season when I actually swapped into here. One of the things that I want to do with my work planner is to move it over to this cover, which means we're going to empty this out and then move this over here. And while I'm at it, adding in these new inserts, I actually made some new dashboards. I think I'd mentioned that in another video that I wasn't too sure if I was going to actually have some new ones for my work planner, but I ended up making these because I wanted something, simple for my work planner. And then of course I have all of these A5 dashboards that I could use to kind of put this together. So yeah, we're gonna completely, I feel like, build this from brand new, but honestly, most of the inserts are gonna stay the same. And let's empty this and get it ready to go here. Don't need this clip. I probably won't use these sticky notes, but I'm gonna hold on to these for now. In the back, I don't really have anything back there, so we can open this up. I do like having this clear cover, so I might keep that in here for now. Let's see. And I'm just going to kind of put these dashboards off to the side. And if I decide to use them, I'll probably just keep them out for this. Probably won't use that one. That one's really nice. So I have my own dividers. So I'm just going to take these out, these clear dividers here. So I don't need my year at the glance. This was for 2022, so I don't need these anymore. I'm going to take these inserts out. Let's see, this is a dashboard. Could probably use that one. Same thing, don't need this monthly anymore. Let's see. Okay, so I still have a lot in here from when I stopped using it. So as you can see, I have these like empty monthlies in here. Did not bother using those. Okay, so I have a lot, or actually I could possibly use those. We're going to bring them back over here. Okay, this weekly one don't need. Nightly routine. Well, hopefully I'm not working at night. Sometimes I have to work really late after hours, but not like too late in the night. So we're going to take that one out. This could be a good work one. It could also be good for work. All right, daily, don't need that one. Let's see, maybe for work. Okay, so here I have some daily duo inserts. Again, I tried to use these for my everyday plans, not just work plans, and it wasn't working out, but for work, they're perfect. So maybe I can use these. That could be a good one for work. What is this one? Looks like I printed these so that way they're together. We'll keep those there. This tracker system for work was not working out. Let's see, that one could be nice to have in there. And Don't need that one. Probably won't use this here. This is some Moxie Life inserts with cloth and paper notes, so I could possibly use those for work. And then here we have some stickers. Okay, so my new planner cover is now empty. I do have the dashboard in there, but I'm going to leave that as like a front cover. And so before I empty out my work planner, I just want to show you all how I store stuff like this. This is going to be a clear, kind of like a PVC binder that I got off of Amazon. It is in the size A5. And this is what I've been using to keep all of like my extra A5 inserts, or not inserts, just dashboards and dividers in here. I like having these in a binder next to my desk just in case I do want to make a swap and they're all there already. So I already took out my winter ones, but those are some of them that I had been using as well. But yeah, anything that's A5, like a dashboard, I have in here. And that's what I want to store these that I'm not going to be using. All right, and I'm going to store my clear dividers in here as well. But yeah, I really do like this type of storage system for it because I can kind of see what's going to be in here, especially with these clear covers. And because it's clear, it makes it really easy for me to tell that this is holding all of my A5 dashboards and dividers in here. Okay, now we can go ahead and let's empty out my work planner. So I'm going to actually take out everything, I'm probably going to just put this in a cloth bag and store it. As far as these sticky notes, I don't really use them that much anymore. I think it's because I like to use the sticky notes on my computer, but I'm going to put these off to the side, and if I decide to move them over, I'll have them there. This is a A5 ruler from an Erin Condren Life Planner. I believe I got this when I purchased the Daily Duo inserts that came with the Ring Agenda with that planner set. So this one stays in here. I really do like using this. Okay, so opening this up, same thing. What am I going to keep and not keep? So this one, probably won't keep that one. This one's a no. I'm going to hold on to that paper clip. This one I do want to keep, so I'm going to go ahead, just move that here. I have a new monthly, so I don't need that one. That one's a maybe. Here's another card I had. So I don't need any of these months from, again, the EC Daily Duo, so I'm going to take those out. This one, maybe I can use that one. Okay. Again, we want to keep that one. This one's a yes. This one's a maybe. And then this one, probably not that one. Or actually, maybe, because we're getting into like the spring seasons. But these are my Daily Duo inserts that I was using for work. So I'm going to put these off to the side here. And I'll show you all how I store these, because I do keep some of them. All right, next up is the meeting section. So I need the dashboard, but not this one. All right, so for these meeting notes, I'm going to take anything out of here that I've already written on, and then that way I can leave some room for some new ones in here. Okay, so I cleaned those up. This one, I'm actually going to keep this one since Valentine's Day is coming up. And then the last section is the note section. So no, maybe. All right, so I cleaned this one out and I took anything that's been written on out. And then this used to have stickers, but honestly, I just use a Simply Gilded album now, so I'm probably going to take this out and not put that one back in. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything here now, so I'm going to move this off to the side. This is my keep pile for work. And then yeah, this is completely empty again. So I'm going to, again, put this in a cloth bag, and this will go into planner storage for now. All right, and then same thing, I want to put these extra dashboards that I have here away for storage. So let's do that first. All right, so for the most part, I have, which way does this go? This way. So this is my work setup that I'm going to put in there. I have some additional dashboards that I can use. And then these are my new dashboards for the monthly, daily, meeting, and note sections. that I have here. So I just moved that over, but I'm gonna have to move it back over here. All right, y'all, so it looks like we are good to start putting everything in here. I'm gonna hold off on a couple of things because I wanna get the majority of this put into the rings first. But as I kind of go through it, I'll let you all know the shops that I got them from, whether I purchased it for already printed and ship or if it was a download. And then I'll link as many of these shops as I can down below. Some of them might still be a shop. I've had these for a really long time, or they might have been rebranded. So I'll try my best to link as many of these as I can down below. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So I did pick out, I think I'm going to use this for my cover for this work planner here. So this is a download from Planner Press. I don't think you can get this one anymore because it was part of a sub box. But on the other sides, I do have these printouts from my minimal planner. It says do and don't. And then on the back, this one was from B Galleries. This is like a Harry Potter vellum that I printed on here. So I'm going to put that together with this cover page for my front. All right, and then again, these are clear plastic dividers from Cloth and Paper. They do come in a set of 6, but I only use 4 of them in here. And since they're not labeled, you can put anything on here that you want. For me personally, I don't label them because I kind of already know what or where everything is at. So this first section is the monthly section, and I am going to be using these with some vellum that I printed out, and it kind of just goes in the back. And then what I'll do is I'll take one of these paper clips and I'll put them all together. So that way, I'll just close it here. So that way when I turn the tab, they all kind of go together for it. So I love these tear dot paper clips. I got those off of Amazon. So I'll link those down below in my Amazon store. Okay, so I decided to use this dashboard. I printed this double-sided. This is from My Minimal Planner. And then on this side, this is from Planner Press. So I'm just gonna throw that in here. Then I have another divider. And this is going to be the start of my daily section. And then I'll put this back here. And as you can see, this one was totally printed by me because I did a really bad job with the hole punching here. But I could have printed this one again, but I was like, you know what? It's okay. We're just going to put those together there. And then I'll put another paper clip. And then this is from My Minimal Planner as well, this vellum dashboard. All right, and then I think I'm going to swap this one out. Again, this one's from My Minimal Planner. On the back, this is a freebie that I got from Plan with Jazz. I don't know if she still has these available, but if she does, I'll link those down below. It's just a nice little collage, and I love the greens of it. And then I think on the back of this section, I'm going to put this dashboard. The same thing, I printed this double-sided from My Minimal Planner and Planner Press. All right, and then that'll lead into my next section, which is the meeting section. And then same thing. I do have all of my meeting paper in here, so this is ready to go. I'm just going to put those in there. And then we can jump into the next section, which is the last section, and that is my note section. So I'll put that in there along with, again, the vellum from My Minimal Planner. We'll do this here, and then I do want something here. I just don't know what though. I do like this motivated one, and then of course this one's really funny to have in here. I think we'll do this one. We'll keep the motivation real here. Okay, so we'll put that one there. And then again, these are all my notes pages that we'll put in here. And then in the back, I do have a dashboard that I brought from Cloth and Paper. And this one does come already printed and shipped for you as well. Okay, so I think everything that I wanted to put in here from my old work planner system is already in here. And now we can just add the new. So when you first open these packs, you are going to see on the very top there is a vellum. Since I got the line in the Neutral Harmony, this vellum has some of those shapes and the colors that match that theme for this collection here. And then in the back, you get a page that has some holidays and observances here. And then you also get some sticker sheets as well. So these I don't keep in my planner, so I end up taking these out here along with that vellum. I'll actually use this for something else, but not for my planner. So this first page is kind of like your name page where you can put your name in this section here, and then on the back you have a couple of different spots to put goals. This is another page that I don't include in my planner. This next insert is your year at a glance, and this is something that I think is kind of interesting with this here, but again, it's just me. I don't know what the choice was with this here, but on the front it's for 2023 and it goes from January to June 2023, and then you get some spaces to put some notes here for those months. And this makes sense because my inserts only go to June 2023, but on the back it jumps to 2024 so you can see that year at a glance. So I kind of wish they would have just continued 2023 on this side instead of giving me these lines here, because it almost feels kind of, I don't know, it feels kind of weird just to have like half of one year and then let's jump to the next year. I don't know, but I do like to have this or a version of it in my planner. I'm not going to use this one because it's missing the rest of the year here, but normally I do like to have some sort of year at a glance in my planner, so I'll probably just print out a different one that has the full year in it. And then we have our 6 months. So here we have January, February, March, April, May, and June. And I don't put all 6 months in here as far as the dailies go, but I do like to put all 6 monthly sections in here. And that's because for my line of work, we do things from January to July or January to June. That's considered our time frame for projects. And so I do like to have 6 months worth of the monthlies in my planner. So what I'm actually going to do is take out all 6 months and we're going to put them in this monthly section. So on this divider page, you are going to get a dashboard and then it'll open up into your monthly section. And then on the back of that monthly page is just notebook. And that's one of the reasons why I'm able to take all 6 months out, is because it doesn't have the daily starting on it right away. You then jump to your monthly dashboard. I don't really use this too much, although I kind of want to try to do something with it here in 2023, but typically I don't do too much here for this section. On the other side is where you're going to start your daily sections here. I'm going to take out everything I need. So again, I do want all of January. I don't think I'm going to use February in here just yet, only because I don't know how much I can fit in here. So for now, I'm just going to take the dailies and just put those off to the side, but I am taking the monthly section. All right. Okay, so that was the last of my daily sections. Then what we can do now is I'm going to separate the dailies from January. We'll come back to those. So we're going to go to my first tab, which is again the monthly section, and we'll go ahead and place 6 months worth in here. All right, so I have my 6 months set up here for 2023. So we have January, February, March, April, May, and June in here. And then come June is when I'll put another 6 months in here. So that is everything that I have put in here for the monthly section. And as you can see with the Erin Condren monthly inserts here, they are very minimal. I don't want to say neutral because there's a little bit of color here as far as what's under the day headers, but the color matches the tab of your dashboard here. I really love the color of May. This is such a pretty one. But yeah, so what I'll put in here is any important meetings, any monthly occurring meetings, any professional developments or presentations that I have coming up. I will brainstorm all of that in here, whether I will write it in pen or sometimes I even put it on a post-it note and just kind of leave it here until it's time to write it in. So next up is the daily section where we're going to be putting the Daily Duo daily inserts in here. And the way that I set these up for them, whether I have 1 or 2 months worth in here, is I like to put the slits with the holes in here. And that's because I do take them out when I'm using them, when I'm setting them up, or when I'm actually using them for that day here. So what I'll do is I'll just take some scissors and come in here and just create these small little slits in the holes here. And I don't do these for the monthlies because honestly, I don't take those pages out as frequently as I do these. But by putting these little slits in here, it does allow me to remove them without opening and closing the rings. And that's really helpful because over time, your rings can get some damage to them depending on how you're opening and closing them apparently. And it took me a long time to kind of figure that out with jumping into a ring system. And before getting into a ring system, I was in a disc-bound work planner, and that was just perfect because it was so easy to add and remove pages. And honestly, I didn't want to deal with rings because I knew they get damaged over time. But by doing this, once I saw this, I felt a lot more confident with jumping into a ring system and knowing that my ring planners will be able to last a little bit longer. And as you can see with that cloth and paper, the black agenda cover that these were initially in, I've had that for almost 3 years now, and it's still going well. Okay, so this one is the last part. And again, this is January here. And based on what I can tell, honestly, I think I can even put February in here. So I'm going to do a little test. We're going to close this here. Oh yeah, I can definitely fit another month. So we're going to come back to the dailies. And what I'm going to do is, because I like to keep them separate, I'm going to put one of these dashboards in here. Maybe something like that. I want something a little bit thicker. Maybe that one. Just so that way I can tell where that new month starts. I have so many of these in here. That one's kind of nice too. So is that one. Okay, so between these, I think I'm going to go with, I like this coffee one. I'll have a lot of coffee things in here. So we're going to do that one. And then since this one isn't slit, we're going to open it up and put it in here. And then let's go back to this pile and let's grab February. And same thing, I'm just gonna add the slits in here. All right, so let's test it out again. Okay, that is a lot better. So I kind of like it to be a little bit of a chunky planner here. And one of the good things about this planner is that the dividers do come up to the end when it's closed, but then I have plenty of room when I have it open throughout the planner cover. So that's one of the things I really liked about this cover. I have bought some ring planners, believe it or not. I have bought some before where I just don't have a lot of space here and my dividers stick out. So that's just, that's just a preference thing, and you learn that as you go with the ring system. All right, so now that the dailies are in there, I just want to give you all a quick overview as far as how I'm using the daily pages from the Erin Condren Daily Duo. I'm going to ignore this Sunday page because, again, I don't use the Saturday or Sunday pages anymore. Instead, I'm going to start on this lined sheet here. And on this page, I convert this into a weekly overview. Now, it's going to look a little different from what you see here. This is just an empty one that I had that I pulled out from another month, though June from last year here. And what I still do on this line page is I still put like weekly overview at the top. Then I'll draw a line down the middle to kind of give me those 2 columns that you see here. And on the left-hand side is where I'll put all of my weekly tasks that are important. And that includes things such as submitting either a report or any updates for my projects. If there's any presentations that I need to focus on for that week, that goes here. And then on the right hand side, I have it in two sections. One for contacts, so anybody that I need to make sure I reach out to during the week or follow up with. And then the bottom part is a reminder section. So if there's anything important going on in the office or on our team, I like to keep just a nice little reminder section here. So kind of imagine a line down the center and me turning that into this page here. The stickers, the task, contact, and reminder stickers are ones that I make for myself, and those have just been the same three that I've been using forever now. So that is what goes on here with the lined page. And then when you turn over, you're going to start with Monday and Tuesday. Again, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Fridays on the back. And since I'm already here, I'm just going to rip out Saturday. And then that way I can see that weekly overview that's there. So as far as the setup for this page is here, if you're not familiar with the Daily Duo layout, on the left-hand side, you do get your time slots from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then you have one empty time slot down here for you to put whatever you want. Each block is an hour, and then there's a dotted line with half-hour increments as well. On the right-hand side, you do get a small monthly calendar, a section for to-do lists with a circle and a line so that way you can cross off when you've done your task on your to-do list. And then on the bottom is a blank section for just anything that you want to put here, whether that's continuing the to-do list, which sometimes I do that, or as you can see here, I'll just leave it blank. So that way, again, I can use that space for whatever I need that for. Or sometimes I'll put decorations here, so like stickers, if I'm filling stickers in my work planner for that week here. And then I forgot to mention at the top that you do have the day and the number for that day. So this is an example of what I do for this type of layout. One of the first things I do is actually cover up this little monthly calendar because I don't use it. And honestly, I would rather have that space for something else. So I cover that up with a colorful box, and I will use this to track any goals for that day. And then in the time section, I put a header sticker for today. And then I'll put these dots here in a line down to signify my work day. So typically it's from 8 to 5, and I'll have lunch at 12. And then I will write those tasks in for each hour. So that's how I use the Daily Duo sheets. And like I said, as soon as I get to the weekends, I've just been taking them out and I will start a whole new week in here. Daily section is done. The meeting section, I'll just kind of go over it real quick since I didn't mention what inserts are in here. So the first one that you see is from Cloth and Paper. These are their meeting notes in a size A5. It already comes punched for you in the A5 ring system, and they do sell these in a couple of other sizes as well. And one of the things I really love about it is just with all Cloth and Paper are the aesthetics. As you can tell, I love my black and whites, and Cloth and Paper inserts give you that beautiful minimal details with just enough functional spaces for it. So at the top, I have priorities, notes section with some dot grid, and then a follow-up box down here. So these were really, really nice to use, and I have a ton of those in here. Another insert that I tried out is from Infinite Lotus. This was a PDF that I downloaded for the size A5, and I just printed this out on printer paper. This one is their meeting notes with a space for topic information, agenda lines. This one has grid for a note section, and then action items when they're due in a little circle for marking that off. These I really liked for the action items down at the bottom. I like having a space to put not just follow-up tasks, but like when those are supposed to be done. So I guess going back to Cloth and Paper over here, it's just a box where I can put whatever I want. And I can put my own space for a check mark, my own space for a date. But over here, I like that that was already organized for you. The last insert that I have in here is actually the OG, the very first one that I tried out, and that is from Plum Paper. These are their meeting inserts in a sized A5. This is actually an add-on to a planner or a notebook that you purchase. So you can't buy these separately. What I had to do is I ended up buying an A5 notebook and I made this an add-on. It is really awesome with their planners and their notebooks because they're so customizable with not just the inserts there, but the additional add-ons that you can put with them. And this was something that I really wanted to try out from Plum Paper because I love their spaces for meeting notes. And here are those action items, but I also like the meeting recap section. So that way I have like my messy notes the nicer looking notes here in the recap, and then of course my action items down here. So this was something that I really enjoyed using, but as you can see, the color, honestly, it's not my favorite. I really do prefer black and white inserts, or at least as much as possible. So that's honestly why I turned to like the cloth and paper and the Infinite Lotus ones. Okay, so that's my meeting section. The last section here is my note section, and this just has a bunch of different types of filler paper. This first one is from Cloth and Paper. I think this is actually a journal insert because you do have a section up here to put like the subject, the day, month, and the actual date. And then it's just grid paper here. They do sell grid paper just by itself without this header, but I liked having this option to put the date up here so that way I know when I took the notes. And that's something that I typically do anyways when I'm jumping into some new paper. This is their Cornell style note. So as you can see, they have a little section to put the date up here, grid, and then a blank space on the left-hand side. And then the last type that I have in here is also from Cloth and Paper. I don't remember what it's called, but if I find them on the website, I'll link them down below. But this one's nice because I have it's split in half, so that way I have two sections to write two different types of meeting notes here. So yeah, that is the last section. So again, I have a note section, meetings, daily section, in my monthly section here. But that is everything for my work planner setup. I would love to know what you're using for your work planner, whether it is on paper or if it's all digital. If you enjoyed today's planner setup video, don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button down below. Stay tuned for some more planner setup videos that I have for my 2023 planner lineup. And until then, I'll see you on the next one.